But if the results is not transmitted, yet your agents across the country have them, does it change anything?
It does, because the foundation, the basis and illegality has already been committed. And INEC know that. They know that. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. The person at the poll, if he doesn't know, INEC knows that. It says shall. Shall. And you did not do that. And we're not talking about beavers anywhere. We're not talking about uploaded results. No result should be announced unless that is uploaded.
So as it stands, your party is not a part to what's going on. You have already concluded that, you know, this whole election should be cancelled. So does that position still remain to say you are not a part of this election at all? So irrespective of who emerges or who is declared, you're not interested?
No, and I'm not speaking for the party, right? We have been part of this election, and that's why we are protesting in real time. Not after the election, after the event. What the other party wants us to do is allow them to continue this illegality and let their candidate be declared and let us challenge it in court.
Yeah,
that's what they want.
Yeah, but you're not going to stop them. I mean, we're carrying live right now
but
the results being announced.
It's been announced, but we are raising our voices and telling the world that all this is going to be null and void. It's going to be null and void because the foundation was an illegality. The right thing was not done.
Right.
And it is now early enough for them to correct that which is wrong. But if they continue with this stubbornness, we don't know. We are talking, I personally am looking at the national security implications of all of this. Not just this guy winning Zamfara, all this. No, do it right. This election, there's a lot more at stake in this election than any of the other elections.
What do you mean by the national implication of this?
National security.
National security implication of this.
National security.
What do you mean by that?
We need to be very careful. People have been patient and prayerful over the last 8 years that this government, APC, has put us through. And people have been patient. And this was their time to go and cast their vote. Their vote must count. And what we are seeing is that their vote is not being counted. We don't know what's going to happen. We continue to tell our people to be patient and prayerful. The federal government, the INEC, and national security agencies must be very careful and consider the national security implications of our people being deprived of their constitutional right as such. And we're here raising our voices. The votes of our people must count.
Right. Now, former President Obasanjo has called on the President Muhammadu Buhari to intervene. Do you think he should, or do you believe that his intervention will compromise the same legal principle that you're talking about, compromise the independence of INEC?
He is the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Everything stops at him, at his desk. The legacy he wants to leave for this country is a free, fair, and credible election, not this mess we're seeing. He's tried to plug the holes of these thieves that had money to buy votes. He didn't know they had other plans.
When you say, sorry.
Go ahead.
When you say the voice or the votes of the people are being stolen, can you just give us examples? For instance, what states, you are really referring to? Are you saying across the Federation, the people's voices are not being heard?
Right. So we're talking about free, fair, credible election.
Mm-hmm.
There are places where the government, where the APC government holds rules that people are intimidated, they didn't go out to vote. Right? There were ballot boxes that were stolen. There was violence, people were being killed. People were killed. There were places where essentially beavers were being used. We saw that there.
And the votes are cancelled in such areas. That's why we have cancelled votes.
Right. So you cancel the vote, so you cancel their right to vote.
They are refusing to use beavers.
No, that's what they are telling us. That's what they are telling us. We are here protecting our people. In many places, they don't even know what the beavers are, how to use them. It is our duty and responsibility to help our people, guide our people to exercise their franchise that comes only every 4 years. And here we are, blasé, people giving them Indomie and the INEC, the umpire.
Right.
We have lost faith in the umpire.
We've got about, well, you're talking about the umpire. We've got about a minute and a half left. I know you've got to run, and we appreciate your being here. But is there an argument to say that part of the problem is the culture within INEC and the persistence of that culture in elections past and present in Nigeria?
What culture? Do you mean culture of doing the right thing?
The culture of that has allowed these sort of a culture of alleged incompetence, a culture of perhaps, I don't know, inducements.
Absolutely.
I mean, as some have suggested.
There is no doubt about it. There's corruption. No doubt at all. We see that in clips. Corruption, incompetence. What are you going to describe this charade you call this 2023 election? This is incompetence where the chairman has been singing at the top of his voice, the beavers, beavers, beavers. We have many clips. And here we are. Where are you, Mr. Chairman? Results have not been uploaded as the law stipulated, and you are still not talking about them. And this is where we are today. Look at this. This is charade, this is a mess. And fellow Nigerians, this result will not count. We will not accept this result. The right thing needs to be done. The earlier this is cleaned up, the better. This is not the legacy Mr. President wants to leave for this country. We need to be very careful. The stakes are very high. National security implications must be seriously considered. We are telling our people to be patient and prayerful. The right thing will come, and our candidate will win this election. I have no doubt about that. They can do all the rigging they want. Thank you very much.
Prof, thank you very much indeed. Professor Usman Yusuf is a public policy expert and supporter of Atiku Abubakar and the PD.